over the last weekend, Lucasfilm held Star Wars Celebration in Japan. Celebration typically takes place over every 1 or 2 years. The next event will be held in Los Angeles in April 2027. As far as the news from this year's event, let's break it down into bite-sized chunks. Shawn Levy's Star Wars film starring Ryan Gosling will be called Star Wars Starfighter and will be out in May 2027. The film takes place a couple of years after the Rise of Skywalker, but is a standalone project. A Darth Maul animated series starring Sam Witwer called Maul Shadow Lord will debut on Disney Plus in 2026. The first footage from The Mandalorian and Grogu was shown to attendees, but no trailer has been released yet for the 2026 film from Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. The animated anthology series Star Wars Visions will return for a third season this October, with 3 of the most popular storylines from Season 1's continuing. Dave Filoni talked about Ahsoka Season 2, confirming Hayden Christensen will return, and showed first looks at Rory McCann as the replacement for Ray Stevenson in the role of Baylan Skoll. Whew. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's always a lot, a Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
I would like to thank Lucasfilm for not releasing a trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu when we would not have had time to cover it. So thank you for that little gift that you gave us. I do appreciate it. I will focus on the 2 things I'm most excited for from this slew of information, which is, of course, Ahsoka Season 2. We talked on Source Pages, which are episodes out right now, about the Mortis arc a lot from the Clone Wars television show and how much that's going to inspire a lot of what happens in Ahsoka Season 2, which is why it's exciting to get Hayden Christensen back. It's why it's great that they're continuing the Baylan Skoll character, who is obviously extremely pivotal to the show. And we're going to get into that mystic Star Wars that is really, really fun to explore if you like that kind of thing. I know it's not everybody's, force of choice in Star Wars, but I just can't wait for Ahsoka Season 2 plus Loth Kittens, which is adorable. And then the Maul series. I love the resurrection of Maul as a character in the Clone Wars and in Star Wars Rebels is some of the best character work done in Star Wars, and Sam Witwer voices him. He also does a voice that will be probably used in Ahsoka Season 2, and I really am excited to see more of his story, like him training an apprentice after he goes through a lot in the Clone Wars, like having spider legs, and then he has this brother that's created, and then he's killed, and it's just a whole thing, right? And then he's a crime lord. Like, he goes on a roller coaster, so I'm really looking forward to that next year. So there's just a lot to love, and I'll let other people pick out their favorite things.
Daddy Goose in space, let's go. That's all I gotta say.
Daddy Goose.
I'm definitely excited to learn more about Star Wars Starfighter, but I do have to mention that there was a Star Wars Starfighter video game that came out, I want to say 2003. I have distinct memories of having like sleepovers with my middle school friend, playing Star Wars Starfighter. But yeah, I think Ryan Gosling, we've talked about it a lot here. He's a very capable lead, and I just hope that this is finally the vehicle for him to kind of get to that like next echelon. I feel like Ken in Barbie was the first step, and then he followed it up with the Fall Guy, and I continue to just be like personally upset about how poorly that performed. But Starfighter could be it, so I'm excited to learn more about that one. But the big one for me is not just Star Wars Visions Volume 3, but the Star Wars Visions Presents The Ninth Jedi. Ever since we got Star Wars Visions Volume 1, The Ninth Jedi was a standout episode. The story, the animation, the characters. So the fact that they are finally continuing that story, when it comes to fandoms, a lot of times I'm like, creatives, do your thing, take some feedback from the fandom, but when they're being like petulant and starting like campaigns about like hashtag not my this, not my that, or, resurrect this or release the whatever cut, I usually don't really, participate or entertain it, but this is one of the best cases of it. Everybody rallied and said, we want more of the Ninth Jedi, and it is finally here. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Awesome. I think the one that excites me most is also the Maul. Maul, what is it? Shadow Lord? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I agree. The Maul story was really intriguing, and I I know everyone hated it's another one of those things where I know everyone hated the Solo movie, but I was so pumped by how it ended. Okay, I know not everyone. I didn't hate it. I think there was a lot of it that I understand was unnecessary, and people felt that way. I even felt that way, even as liking the movie. There's a lot of it that's like, I didn't need to know how that started, that kind of thing. You know, it's that old. I still love the name. Yeah, the name is like, yeah, it was completely unnecessary. It's a world full of people with weird names, and you're like, oh, we need to know why his name is his name. Like, no, that's and it's just overwrought. Anyway, that has been covered in a million places, but like, one of the things I loved most about that movie was the ending of Maul being ready to do whatever he's ready to do, and I've been wanting to see like what he's been doing all this time, and it just really excites me to know, you know, that's not going to be that is happening after the Clone Wars, so that'll be not too far from that time period, right?
Yeah, I believe it's supposed to be between Clone Wars and Rebels. And
I'm just trying to think of when Solo actually falls, which it wouldn't be too far. It's in that.
Yeah, it's in that
sometime in between 4 and 6, or sorry, 3 and 4.
Yeah,
I think so. It would be in that same time period. So that's cool. I'd love to see more of him as like this shadow bad guy. That's just awesome. I have nothing to say about the Mandalorian and Grogu because they didn't give us much.
I do. I'm so excited for that above everything because I feel like I started this Mandalorian journey. I've covered every season on some podcast somewhere, whether it was this one or with Matthew Fox, and I love every character, and I can't wait to see like a big IMAX production with Bo-Katan and Ahsoka and everybody. Like, let's get them on the big screen. I'm very excited.
They're gonna fight too. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah. 100%. I just meant that like I don't have anything new to say because there's not new footage or they didn't share that with us.
I missed all of the leaked footage because I was traveling all weekend. On source pages, Brian was like, "Did you guys see this?" I was like, "No." I didn't see anything.
Excited. When is that supposed to come out?
Mando and Grogu is next year.
Next year?
May, I think.
Okay.
They should probably I don't know, why does Disney always do that? That was what they did with Solo. It's like, don't release 2 of your movies in the same month.
Wait, did you say May of next year?
Isn't
that
May?
like when Doom comes out?
Yeah, that's when Doom comes out for sure.
Oh my god.
So we'll see.
That was the problem with Solo. It came out like the same month that Infinity War and Deadpool 2 came out. So like,
oh my god,
stand a chance. Yeah.
Oof, that's absolutely terrible. Oh, we hadn't mentioned. Has anyone seen this picture of Rory McCann as Baylan Skoll?
Mm-hmm.
I
did see it.
I looked up for it on the internet. I'm bad at the internet, so I found a bunch of pictures, and I have such face blindness that like I saw pictures that said it was Rory McCann, and I was like, "Is it?" They look like the same person. I'm just saying, like, as a guy with face blindness, they look so similar to me. All the pictures I kept looking at different images. I was like, wait, is that the right one or is this the one of Ray Stevenson? I can't tell. So
I feel like the look is easy. It's the voice that he's going to have to nail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think it'll be the same, but I think it'll still be good.
Close enough.
Rory McCann in Game of Thrones had a very similar bad guy with a heart thing going, and I really think he'll pull it off here.
Yeah. He has a very specific voice, though, so I'll be interested to see what they're going to do with that.
Yeah, for sure.
He's Yarp in, what is it? What is the Simon Pegg movies? The one where they're like in the town.
Oh. Yeah, he's in Hot Fuzz.
He's like
right?
Yarp.
You're thinking of End of
Hot Fuzz. No, it's Hot Fuzz.
Oh, it is Hot Fuzz. Okay, yeah. He was in both.
Yeah, a lot of people are in both those. That's cool. Yeah. Anyway, I'm really hopeful, at least from a visual perspective. I'm sold on the new Baylan Skoll. I will miss Ray Stevenson, of course, but I'm sold. They may just trick me. I may never notice if they lock the voice in. I may never notice. I think it's kind of funny. Like I think like maybe Dumbledore is the one I think of where like they swapped out actors and again like matched the look really well and like I barely noticed.
But Grindelwald.
Oh no,
Dumbledore. The first Dumbledore passed away, and then
the first Dumbledore passed away.
My bad.
Richard Harris,
R.I.P.
Yeah. I know they definitely changed Grindelwald, but that was like they dramatically changed the actor, right?
Yeah, he doesn't look like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, they go totally. But yeah, like Dumbledore, they did it where they changed the actor and kept the look. And normally you try to differentiate if you're going to go ahead and change the actor. It's just interesting. With this, they're not going to do that. Okay. Well, anybody else have any other Star Wars thoughts?
There were some video games announced. I think there was one called like Zero Force or something like that. That looks like maybe like an XCOM style. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
You just watched a clip from Multiverse News. If you liked it, go to our channel. We got a whole episode that it comes from. So go check that out and hit the like and subscribe. And we got lots of clips you'll enjoy, but also full hour-long episodes of Multiverse News with lots of things that don't even make it to clips. So check us out.
You stay clippy.